Hi and welcome to this week's Therapy Thursday podcast episode. So this week we're going to be talking about why psychologists and psychics are two very different things and why this really matters when you need a little help. Now don't forget to join me in the free 21-day happiness challenge where you receive mini tasks to rapidly transform how you're feeling. Now we are only running until the end of June, so definitely need to act fast. You can sign up using the link in the show notes below. You're listening to How to Change Your Life One Step at a Time with me, Katie Woodland. Tune in every week so that you can use tried and tested tips, tricks and hacks to start living the life you want right now. I get it. You think I'm nuts for even talking about this. Of course, everyone knows that psychologists and psychics are two different things. Well, you think that, but for some reason, a large percentage of the population haven't quite grasped the enormity of this statement. I remember way back when I first told someone I was studying psychology and they were like, "Oh, you must know what I'm thinking." I was genuinely confused. Was this some superpower we learn, or did this dude completely mishear me? So I responded very politely, "No, I want to be a psychologist, not a psychic." And as he bobbed his head and repeated, "Yeah, I know, you must be able to tell what I'm thinking." So I said back, "Oh, I've not covered mind reading yet. I think it's part of the syllabus later on this year." To which he seemed genuinely disappointed. So they say that sarcasm is the lowest form of wit, and I definitely proved it that day. Anyway, I know if you're listening to this, you understand that psychologists aren't psychics. Well, definitely on a surface level, but do you really get it deep down inside? And just so you know, GPs, mental health nurses, psychiatrists, and in fact, no one I know in the medical professional has the ability to read your mind. Yes, we can intuitively ask the right questions or gauge that there's something more to what you're saying based on your behaviours and your body language to an extent, but we genuinely rely on you knowing you. In order for any one of us to help you fully, you have got to bear all. The good, the bad and the ugly. When we're ill physically or mentally, the first thing we do is reach out for help. And this is absolutely right. But we also need to take a small step back before trudging into the surgery or the therapist's office. We need to look at what's changed. Okay, if you've picked up a cold, chances are you've just got it from somewhere. But as I'm not a doctor, I'm more specifically talking about mental health. Although, to be honest, the same thing is kind of true if you're experiencing things like bloating after meals, got some expected random aches and pains, or feeling just tired all the time. So, before you go and see the GP or your therapist, take a few moments to just assess what's changed in your life. Has work suddenly become more stressful? Have you just moved home, changed your diet, started a new exercise regime, put on a little weight? Your financial situation changed? Your child left home for university? Examine every single aspect of your life that's changed and ask yourself, how do I feel about this change? So for example, if your kid's just left for uni and you're a stay-at-home mum, you may be feeling lost. So then you started eating more to feel better, and then you put on a little bit of weight, so your breathing's become more difficult, you're feeling tired all the time, and now you've developed depression. Now, I'm not saying don't ask your GP for help, but I would also find a hobby. Find something that helps bring you out of your shell so that you're no longer feeling lost. Chances are, when you do all the other bits, will slowly reduce and get back to normal. But back to psychologists not being psychics. If you hadn't done that little bit of self-exploration, you may have ended up in my office because you're depressed. And if I don't prod, poke and spend some serious time asking you loads of questions, making you delve deep into what's really going on, we could very well miss the reason you're depressed is because your child left uni and now you're lost. Supporting you through that requires very different techniques to supporting you through depression for a different reason. So we rely on you to point us in the right direction so that we can guide you from the darkness into the light. So please, from the bottom of my heart, take a few moments to explore your life, what's changed, and start to truly understand how those things might have led you to where you are now. Even if you think it seems irrelevant on the surface, it may give us an insight or a line of questioning, which enables us to get the bottom of what's going on together. So treating the root cause is the only way to fully recover, and I'm genuinely sorry to disappoint many of you. We really can't read your minds. If you've got no idea what's going on or how you ended up where you are right now, why not use the link in the show notes to book a free therapy session with me as part of my Mission 2500, so that you can get some clarity on what's going on and then confidently take the right next steps in your mentally healthy journey. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you again next week when we're back talking about a postnatal routine for mentally healthy mums. See you then.